How's it going, Drowsy? Can you do something? Oh, you two. I want you to get stocked up for an exploration. When you're all ready, I'll send you on an exploration of Azuril's dream. What? So that means... You guessed it. It is possible to get into Azuril's dream. Yes! Meryl, we can tackle the mystery of the unending nightmare now. Great! But I want you to be extra careful when you're inside this kid's dream. Kids nowadays play things like Fortnite, so who knows what could be in there. There's something rotten about this dream. I have a feeling that something's gone bad, or gone wrong. Is that right? Okay, we'll be careful. One more thing. I want only you two to enter the dream. I'd prefer to go as well, but in all honesty, at my skill level, I think I'd slow you down too much. I'm sorry I couldn't do more for you, but... No, you're great. Just sending us into the dream is plenty. Thank you, Drowsy. We'll get ready too. We're ready to go. Let's get moving, Harmonia. We'll come back as soon as we get ready. Alright, yeah, let's go get ready to enter the dream. So I think for all the post-game stuff from this point, I don't think I can take party members. So, well, let me check for exclusive items, because I always check that. Yeah, swap. What do we have here? That's for Roselia. Interesting. Unknown. Basiodong. That would be Metang, Chatot, Craig Helmet, Bagon, Repel Scarf, Execute. Interesting. But yeah, Azurill has seen the dark web. You don't want to know what it dreams about. Oh no. I don't want to grab any jobs while I'm here, just for future use. I don't know, Shimmer Hill, I guess. Azurill's Nightmares in playing Smash, and his opponent picked Hero. Or his opponent picked Sonic or something. I don't know. You know, one of the Smash players that I know is a Sonic main. He's actually a really nice guy, but I don't know, something about the characters sometimes. I saw this meme semi recently that was this guy this guy saying to Sonic, "Hey, I'm going camping all weekend," and Sonic was like, "What a coincidence! Me too." Anyway, let's see here. But yeah, when you give your kid your phone and then go on the dark web, that's are we gonna enter the dark web? Is that what's going on? Okay, I don't need this. In fact, maybe I should take things better for helping me get through rather than joy ribbons. Is maybe what I should do there. Okay, let's put some things away. I'll take 2 Aram berries along. So what I'll do is put these Doom seeds away. I'll take a couple Reviver seeds. Put away the Slip seed. I already have a Warp seed here, basically. I'm fairly certain it is, at least. Sure, I don't need that many. I'll just do that. Oh, let's put that away. Is what we'll do. So I need some more things for dealing with monster houses. So do I want any more of our thingamabobs? Do I want that? Like this raises defense. This raises defense and special defense. Maybe I'll do that. Special defense. I mean, I can just yoink it anyway just to be safe. Look at all these things. Sure, let's just be like super extra safe, I guess. Can't be too safe these days. So what thingamabobs do I want here? So that's defense. Passes on, prevents poisoning, speeds of healing, can be sold for big money. Let's see here. That's useless here. I could always do the sky blue bow, boost evasiveness. I could have that up front, might help me out. Maybe, or I could just go like super basic and boost our attacks and stuff. That's what I could do. Locates items and enemies. Oh, I forgot this was a thing. I'm gonna be honest. That sounds pretty spicy right there. And then I can take a special band, sure. Azuriel's Nightmare is playing against a Zoner character or Sonic and Lag. Oh no, Azuriel's Nightmare is another Kanto remake. Oh no, please. Please, no more Kanto. We've had enough of it. What if Azuriel's Nightmare is a new Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game, except it's secretly a Kanto remake somehow? That's what it secretly is in disguise. That's what Azuriel's Nightmare is. I need some Reviver seeds and stuff. I'm taking 3 of them, so I'll have 4 total. This is what I'll do. And then I'll take... what do I want to take? I don't remember anymore. Oh, yeah, orbs. Orbs, orbs, orbs. I need... How many petrify orbs do I have, huh? I'm taking 2 of them. Yes. That sounds good to me, right? I don't need the stones. I don't need that. But yeah, as we were just playing Guilty Gear, he means Potemkin and his opponent pick Axel. I don't know the characters in Guilty Gear. I own Guilty Gear. I own Guilty Gear Strive because I did that one Creators Collide episode against Uneven. Was the thing, and we played Guilty Gear, and he freaking gifted that game to me, and then we decided to do Pokken Tournament, so I gifted him Pokken Tournament, so we each bought each other a different fighting game. Interestingly enough, I had fun playing those. Both of those games are pretty fun. I wasn't very good at Guilty Gear, but it was actually pretty fun. If anybody wants to ever, like, play super casual and awful skill level Guilty Gear with me, freaking hit me up, because that's actually a super fun game. Even though I suck at it. You know. I had fun on my first ever session. My first and only session I did of it. Oh, do I need 4 apples? Whatever. I'm taking 4 pages of items. You can't be too safe here. Can't be too safe. But yeah. Yeah, the nightmare is Gates DX. Skip explores and go straight into Gates DX. I swear. But yeah, let's see here. It's a nightmare as the Pokemon company skipping over this game and doing Gates to Infinity. Oh yeah, that there. Sorry, I read them in the wrong order there. Imagine. If Gates to Infinity got a remake and it skipped this game, like, I would be in such disbelief. I mean, Pokemon already put me into such disbelief earlier this year by announcing Gen 9 coming out in the same year that Legends Arceus came out, just 3 months after the last game. So, like, if you trace from the release of BDSP to the release of Scarlet and Violet, that'll be 1 year or maybe 1 year and 1 month if it releases in December. No longer than that. So in the course of like 1 year, they're releasing 3 main series games. What kind of AAA developer releases main games that quickly? So Pokemon has already completely stunned me earlier this year. Like, when I say earlier this year, I mean like just a few weeks ago at the time of streaming this. But, so honestly at this point, I wouldn't be surprised to see them doing something crazy and dumb like that. Remake Gates and skip this game. Yeah, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, let's go Riolu, and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, let's go Axew. Imagine. It would be let's go Pikachu and let's go Axew is what it would be, most likely. But yeah, I'm freaking no. Gates does not need it more than this. No way, Jose. I would disagree there. But yeah, power plants in Kanto goes PMG red power plant area. Yeah, all the pieces are coming together. My goodness gracious. Well, why is it surprising is because no AAA developer worth their salt would release 3 main series games in the span of 1 year. It just doesn't happen. Like, it's way too soon, and it reflects on the quality of the game pumping them out that fast is why. Is the thing. It probably is like boot camp over at Game Freak. I honestly feel bad for Game Freak employees. Like the rate at which they need to pump out games. Ubisoft has multiple studios. Game Freak is one studio that has its resources split. Ubisoft pulls off annual releases, or it tried to pull off annual releases for a long time. It doesn't do annual anymore, but it was doing annual releases for a long time. But Ubisoft has a lot of different studios around the world, and each of these studios have like full development cycles for each of these games. Game Freak is one studio that has its resources and teams split to work on all these different games, rather than actually branching out to multiple other companies. Like, they kind of experimented with other companies with BDSP and Ilka, but why? They could have chosen any other company and given them like the time to actually flush out the game. Like, you can't but that's also multiple different studios. It's not the same studio doing that kind of thing. And if you're gonna like say Ubisoft as a full company, then you can just say Nintendo as a full company and say that like, oh, in 2017 we had a new main series Mario 3D title, Zelda title with Breath of the Wild, Xenoblade title, Splatoon title. So it's not really a fair comparison. I'm talking about one IP here, one IP being Pokemon, rather than all the multiple different IPs that one overarching company puts out, you know? No. You're ready to go into the dream? Yep, everything's ready. Like, you can't, you don't just put out multiple main games in the course of a year like that under the same studio and the same same IP. It just doesn't happen in the gaming industry. Except Pokemon was just like, oh, we're just gonna do it anyway and release games at whatever state they wind up being by the time launch date rolls around. Good. And come over here. So, like, while Legends was fun, it was so unfinished and just lacked so much polish. It was probably one of the most unpolished games I'd played in years. And I worry that Scarlet and Violet is going to be the same. I'm going to send you into Azuriel's dream. Here goes. Kind of bugs me how that wasn't the center point of the screen, but I guess it was over by Azuriel. Now it's the center point of the screen. Is this inside the dream? Klexos, Harmonia. Can you hear me? It's me, Drowsy. Yep, we hear you. Good. It sounds like you're safely inside. I've said before, there's something very bad about this dream. I don't think I need to remind you, but be careful in there. Okay, thanks, Drowsy. Let's get going. Into the dream. Alright, the Nightmare. Yeah, it would have been really cool to see a Spike Chunsoft main series Pokemon game, honestly, because they craft them with a lot of care. And I really liked Rescue Team DX. That was real fun there. But, you know, if they got to work on that, then they probably wouldn't be able to make a Explorers DX that they're hopefully developing right now. Maybe. But yeah, I like the Spider Bot in Watch Dogs Legion as well. I like the Spider Bot is really cool and really fun to use. But I do feel like Watch Dogs Legion is definitely a very weak entry in the Watch Dogs series, just because it tried to do like so much of everything. It tried to be too much of a generalist, and therefore wasn't able to be a specialist in anything, if that makes sense. That's the way I felt about Watch Dogs Legion. Like, it clearly had a lot of really cool ideas that were put in the mix, and a lot of really fascinating stuff. I'm starting to drop frames now. But you know, it tried to do too much of everything, and therefore didn't get to focus on. Whoops, dang it. It's not quite what I wanted to do there. No longer paused. The drop frames are beginning. We went for 2 hours without dropping frames, but now I'm suddenly dropping frames. So hopefully that doesn't persist for super long. Hopefully it goes away here pretty soon, and whatnot. Beware, as soon as you enter the gym, you'll be forced to play Clay Fighters. I have no idea what that is, I'm sorry to say. No! What is this? Well, welcome to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, by the way. Welcome to Explorers of Sky in a nutshell. Oh, I guess I probably didn't need to use a move there, huh? But yeah, it was a jack of all trades and master of none. It was a pretty fun game at the end of the day, and it tried to do like a whole lot of cool things. And I meant to showcase all of the like co-op missions, or the co-op, what were they called? The tactical ops or whatever the heck? The things that are kind of equivalent to GTA Heist, where it's multiplayer, a bunch of missions in a row. Essentially, that thingamabob. I meant to showcase all of that, but I never got around to doing it. And my Watch Dogs Legion playthrough is technically at 95 parts. And missing stuff that I meant to do. So, it kind of bugs me how my playthrough is so close to 100 parts, and dang it, I stepped on it anyway. And I never got it to 100 parts. But I also don't really have people to play it with for those thingamabobs. I do have an alternate account that owns it, if like a content creator friendo or something like that wants to hop in to it with me down the line. I know there was a brief time that I was playing with Shuck, but like, what? Shuck probably can't right now nowadays, I don't think. Well, okay, that works, I guess. Boopity bop. Get quick attacked, I guess. Get quick attacked 3 times there. So I love how we can collect boxes in the dream. But yeah, I could potentially reach out to some content creator friend to see if anybody wants to use the alt account. Maybe. Like, I know there was a time that I was talking about it briefly with Uneven, who we were talking about earlier when we were talking about fighting games, that expressed that he may potentially be interested in hopping into some shenanigans for the fun of it. And if there's other nerds around the community and whatnot that want to play some Watch Dogs Legion with me, then that could give me the excuse to finish off the last smidges that I meant to do in my playthrough, is the thing. So hey, Venomoth, if you want to play some Watch Dogs Legion with me down the line, maybe that could be my excuse to finally do the thingamabob and have people to do the thingamabob with, so I can actually queue into games, you know. maybe, and then I don't have to worry about my Watch Dogs Legion playthrough being so close to 100 parts and not quite being there, you know. It'd be so much more satisfying if it got to 100, because it's so close. I just want the satisfaction. I don't think I have OCD or anything like that, but you know, sometimes people like to joke about that with me and be like, man, that's probably a thing you have with these series that you do on your channel. And sometimes I wonder. But yeah, let's see here. Basically, the internet seems to hate it, but they hate the first game too. Yeah, I don't understand as much for the first game. I think for the first game, it was a lot easier to hate it when you followed it before it came out, because apparently they promised a lot of things that they didn't deliver on. I wasn't familiar with the game until after it released, so whoa. So I only played it after it released, and I actually really liked it. I didn't think it was perfect or anything like that, but I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. And Watch Dogs 2 I wasn't as fond on, but when I played it later down the line, when I played it as a content creator, I got like a newfound respect for it because of the arguments that, dang it, that it made about the world. In fact, one of my video essays, one of my short video essays on the channel is actually on Watch Dogs 2. It's one of my video essays that basically nobody has watched. It's one of my lesser known ones. But there's literally a video essay, dang it, on my channel called My Newfound Respect for Watch Dogs 2. One of my lesser known ones there. After I became really fascinated with the arguments that it made. And Watch Dogs Legion made a lot of fascinating arguments as well. Like, Watch Dogs 1 was kind of focused on let's tell a story in the here and now. Watch Dogs 2 was focused on what kind of arguments can we make about the world in the here and now. And Watch Dogs Legion was focused on what kind of arguments can we make in the here and now, / about the worries, some of the concerns about technology in the near future. I find that fascinating. But I do feel like, I don't know. I feel like there were some things that were sacrificed in the mix from doing a lot of that, though. I don't know. It's a weird kind of thing. I kind of like the Watch Dogs series, but at the same time, it's kind of like a weird mixed bag. Kind of like Assassin's Creed. Dang it, how many dizzy traps are there gonna be? Dang you. Anyway, yeah, if anybody around you does want to play some Watch Dogs Legion at some point, hit me up, because I need the excuse to do it, quite frankly, and do that. And maybe also showcase that zombies mode a little bit better. It was in, like, the super early stuff the last time I hopped into it. But yeah, let's see here. Let me catch up on some other things that I missed right now. Remember that? Dang it! Remember the one you did with Carvia, where you told him to be subtle and drove a car directly into a fence? That was Watch Dogs 2. Carvia refuses to play Watch Dogs Legion with me, even though I have the alternate account for somebody to hop in with, and I've offered it to him before. And he's just been like, nah, not really my kind of game. I was like, bro, you remember our shenanigans in Watch Dogs 2? But he refuses to play with me because he's a coward. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, let's keep on, thank you, game! Let's do that, I guess. But yeah, let's just see it. That's probably one of my favorite clips from the Watch Dogs series, where I said, like, we have to be discreet, and then I, drove the car. Wait, I was the one that drove the car into the fence, is what you maybe get mixed up with. Like, I said the goal here is to be discreet, but then I drove the car into the fence. It wasn't him. I said to be discreet, and then I did the most undiscreet thing. It's kind of funny. But yeah, one of those Pokemon you killed dropped 666 experience. I didn't even notice. But yeah, there's also Outer Worlds, a game you love, but everyone on Reddit says mediocre. I'm not familiar with it. I know the name. I have heard the name before, but I'm not really familiar with pretty much anything about it. Let's go ahead and eat an apple here. An apple a day keeps the hunger from killing you away, I guess, or something, if this mystery dungeon. But yeah, I played on PS4. I don't have a good PC and saw your Watch Dogs 2 video. The funny moments thing, or the video essay. Gotcha. When you, I had the funny moments video on the mind after Lancer brought up the clip of driving through the fence after being discreet. Because that's like one of the flagship clips of that. Dang it! So I have my funny moments video for Watch Dogs 1 and 2 already done. There's no way that stacks. Yeah, cool. Oh, darn you. Oh, darn it. I still don't have my one out for Watch Dogs Legion, even though the playthrough hasn't been touched on for a good while. If I do hop onto it again in the future here, then maybe I can get a few more clips to put in before I do eventually make the Watch Dogs Legion funny moments video that I should have made 3,000 years ago. But yeah, so yeah, video essays are so good. I'm glad you enjoyed them. I'm glad to hear that. Because yeah, I was mentioning earlier this stream how when I did a video essay on, on Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, that was like my first one that went anywhere. And it's kind of the thing that inspired me to start pursuing video essays in general. I'm kind of glad that I did. I went from before I posted my my PMD video essay, I probably had like, I want to say maybe 150 to 200 subs, something like that. And then one thing led to another after the PMD video essay and continuing to do more from there, and now the channel is where it's currently at, which at the time of streaming this is I have no idea what. It's like 12.8K or something like that. So video essays have been very good to me, it seems like, which has been really awesome to see. But yeah, let's see here. Notice how a lot of the wild mons here are from Treasure Town. Azrael's nightmare is that people he knows have become evil. Are a lot of them from Treasure Town? Skitty and Blissey and stuff like that? I've never seen Pokemon like that. But yeah, assuming you'd want to play Watch Dogs Legion on PC and your laptop would die. So probably out of the question then. Unfortunito. Maybe one day I'll find the excuse to do like the last bit of the special missions in Watch Dogs Legion and get it past part 100. Or maybe the day will never come. Who knows? Who knows there? There's one good thing BSP gave you is finding your channel looking for videos to trash that shit game. Well, I'm glad you discovered the channel and enjoyed that video essay there. Like, it's been really crazy to see the reception that that video essay got. It's been really neato. I really hope that the Legends Arceus video essay is able to do similarly well. I feel like maybe it won't do as well because a lot of people might be like, what? How dare you diss Legends because Legends is so good? Dang it. I feel like most people universally agree that BDSP kind of sucks. And I don't think Legends Arceus sucks. I just think that it's unfinished. And not polished is all I think. Like, it's a good game. Like, when that video essay comes out, it'll probably be called a good game made bad. Because that's the, dang it, the best way I feel about it. It is a good, fun game. It's just not flushed out. Is all it is. It feels kind of unfinished, you know? Kind of feels like playing a tech demo. Is all that is. But I do worry that that one might be a lot more mixed, just off of the notion that I'm, you know, saying things about Legends like that. Like, in terms of the BDSP essay, I think I had 6 items praising it and 72, I had 6 pros and 72 cons, which, after I realized things that I missed at the time in the video, it's actually since been upped to 80 cons. I believe in Legends Arceus, though. I made my pros and cons list at the end of the video essay, alright. I believe it was 40 pros and 80, no, not 80, I think it was also 72 cons. So, it's about a 1-to-2 kind of ratio. So, hey, way more positive than my BDSP essay. There is a lot of stuff to praise Legends for sure. But still more criticisms than pros, in my eyes there. Was the thing. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes there. The player can be a Skitty. Igglybuff is part 1 of Wigglytuff. There's also Spinda and Persian here. But what about things like Blissey and stuff? Let's use a whole bunch of that. Look at ever makes another remake. You'll know to have 0 expectations. Like, I know that, you know, since Ilka was a outsourcing company that's never made a full game of their own before, some of the fault might be with them, but also knowing it's Pokemon, it is possible that they also got, like, way rushed, and that's probably why it's as glitchy as it is, at least, but... Like, so who knows how much was in their hands and how much was just, you know, the Pokemon company rushing them to make something specific, but, you know, they also didn't exactly have a track record or anything like that, so I mean... But yeah, expect a black and white remake to be trash now, I really hope not. Don't blame Ilka, they probably were barely given any resources until they stick exactly to Diamond Pearl. Oh yeah, I guess I should have read the follow-up comment there before I gave my little thingamabob about not blaming Ilka. But yeah, Blissey and Clefable are there for irony because evil pin comes. That's one way to say it there, huh? What about Miltank, huh? Also, there's no, like, Gulpin or Swallow there. There is the Gulpin and Gulpin Link shop in a... Why is Flamethrower barely doing any damage to Miltank? I'm so confused. Why do I have Sniffles now? Well, get flamed. Get flamed there. What's this? Pounce Orb. It's niche and specific. Do I want it? Why do I have so many Quick Seeds? Whatever, I'll just have this already. Oh man, why do I have allergies? Why are there so many of these spinning traps everywhere I go? This is ridiculous. Stop. Oh man, hey look, stairs. I love me some stairs. Oh man, oh good old Licky Licky. When I watched the Rise of Darkrai yesterday for the first time in a great many years, I forgot how much of a presence Licky Licky has in that. And how one of the characters just kind of randomly becomes a Licky Licky because of reasons. So there's a stronger Gulpin, but Gulpin isn't in this game. It's PMD1 that Gulpin's there in the Link Shop. In this game, it's Electivire. In this game, it's Electivire Link Shop as a thing. Miltank is another Pincum. We've come a long way here, Harmonia. It appears as if it's just one long path from here. Let's keep going some more. What's happening? You How did you get here? Is this Darkrai or is this Cresselia? There's someone here, Harmonia. Who is it? Where are you? Show yourself. I am. Oh, Cresselia. I didn't remember from back in the day. What? You're... I am Cresselia. Cresselia? It's Cresselia, the one from my dreams. I cannot fathom how you've come here, but I find your visit ever so convenient. I've longed to meet both of you. Cresselia? So my dreams, they weren't just ordinary dreams after all. What? Then what I saw in my dreams. Yes, what I told you in your dreams is true. You two are not supposed to exist in this world. What? You too? I suspected this. That you and I were having the same dreams, Harmonia. I went to the future, then I came back to this world, and it's causing the destruction of this world. So Cresselia said in my dreams. So it wasn't just me that had those dreams, and Klexos is the same as I am. Klexos is another presence that must not exist in this world. Cresselia said that to Klexos too. Say, Cresselia, could you explain something? I traveled to the future and came back again, and Harmonia was a human who came from the future. You said that we're causing the distortion in the fabric of space in our world. If space itself becomes distorted, why will the world be destroyed? If the destruction in the fabric of space expands, the power of darkness will expand as well. Eventually, the world will become enveloped within a nightmare. Enveloped within a nightmare? Yes. Do you know where we are at this very moment? Well, we're in Azura's dream, aren't we? That is correct. More precisely, we're in Azura's nightmare. Azura will remain trapped by the nightmare, never to awaken again. This nightmare will eventually creep across the world. For now, only Azura is afflicted with this nightmare. But soon, other Pokemon will be drawn in by the nightmare's widening web. More and more Pokemon will fall into the unending sleep, and ultimately, all Pokemon will be locked in this nightmare without end. All Pokemon? Hey, Cresselia, what will it take to get rid of the distortion in the fabric of space? How can this space distortion be eliminated? There is but one way to eliminate the distortion. That is, for you to disappear. What? Disappear? Us? I have been waiting for this opportunity. The opportunity to make you disappear. Because it's only in the more recent Pokemon games like Arceus that they feel more inclined to actually use words like kill and die. What? Wait a second. We don't want to disappear. We want to know about what's happening. So you would rather see all Pokemon swallowed up by the nightmare? That's not what I want. Cresselia, is this really true? If we disappear, will the world really be saved? Yes, it will be saved, for it is only your existence that is driving the world to ruin. I'm very sorry that I must do this. Prepare to disappear. It must be done. The world must be saved. What? Hey! Hello, is this Drowsy? Hello, Harmonia? And Klexos, where are you? Interrupted. My work here was nearly finished. I was interrupted this time, but I will see to it that you two disappear. Of course, if you wish to save the world on your own, you should consider making yourselves disappear first. Farewell. Apparently, phoning in will just interrupt a attempted murder in progress. That makes sense. That was close. Hey, so here you are. Yeah, Drowsy. Drowsy, why did you come? You were taking so long to come back. I got worried. I decided to be brave and came looking for you. There's something dangerous about this place. We shouldn't stay here. Let's go back to the guild for the time being. Out of the dream we go. I would love to save my adventure. They wake up and Israel just says to them L plus ratio plus you fell off plus touch of grass plus cope plus seeth. I don't know what Seath is. I've seen people use the other ones, but I am a Twitter user who makes the video essays bad tweet that gets 8K likes, which you'll see every now and then. But yeah, Rise of Darkrai is such a great movie with how beautiful the location there is. Rise of Darkrai is a great movie. Watching it the other day, I realized that some parts of it didn't quite hold up with age. Some parts of it are a little bit but it's still a great movie for the most part. And maybe really want to learn Erasion on piano. What an awesome theme. Rise of Darkrai is awesome. It has to be one of the best Pokemon movies. This button, save completed.